For more on this story, we can speak now to Aurélie Garnier-Brun. She's the spokesperson for the French association Avant Tout, which was created back in 2013 and fights for gender equality and for an end to all forms of violence committed against women. Thank you very much for being with us this hour here on France 24. First of all, what do you make of these 6 measures which the government is bringing in to tackle femicides?
Thank you for having me. First of all, as organizations, we are happy to feel the government is reaching out. We are being heard, yet these measures are not new. We had already heard them at the Grenelle contre les violences conjugales, a big summit last November 2019 in France. We had been, as organizations, recommending them for years. So we still wish to see more from the government in order to fight femicides and reduce gender-based violence here in France.
Just on that point, what kinds of steps, additional steps, do you feel are necessary?
We are surprised that there are no mentions of budgets, for example. If we want these measures to be efficient, we need to increase both financial and human means to implement them correctly. Feminist organizations have been claiming that we need 1 billion euros in order to solve the problem of violence against women here in France. So we are still having a lot of expectations concerning higher means to be implemented in France to support organizations and the work that has been started to fight against femicides.
Now, Aurélie, most of these measures that have been announced here in France are already in place in neighbouring Spain. To what extent is France playing catch-up here, so to speak?
Indeed, a lot of the measures here have already been set up in Spain a couple years ago, and they have proved to be efficient. We are waiting, for example, in France to have special courts destined especially for women victims of violence, like there is in Spain, which is much more quicker and much more efficient. What we see that is efficient in Spain as well is that the professionals in these special courts are trained to the specific questions of women victims of violence and how to handle the problem. So there is a strong aspect of training, both for professionals and also large-scale preventing training sessions amongst youth, for example, that should be implemented in France as well. So this is also one of the big expectations we have for new measures to be taken by the government.
And I understand that you have a word of caution to share when it comes to the statistics, the figures and the rate of femicides here in France.
Exactly. There has been a lot of talk in France about the decreasing number of femicides. Indeed, it has been true for 2020. It is already increasing for 2021 because we have seen an increase of very violent femicides in the past week. We see that it was also because we were in a situation of lockdown that there was this decrease of femicides. Indeed, women were locked at home and were not able to leave their violent partners. Yet, as field organizations, we know that it is when a woman leaves their home that they are the most in danger of being killed by their partner or ex-partner. So we are being very cautious concerning this miracle decrease in terms of femicides, because we feel that now that lockdown measures are decreasing in France at the moment, there will be huge demands for help for these women, because they will finally be able to leave their violent husbands. So we have to stay mobilized, and we need those extra means quickly.